Those ones who know Umoja Summit from the beginning, we started by saying speaking with one voice. Now we're just one voice. All of us in this room, all of us in the country must be just one voice. So like you have heard when we say Umoja Summit, we say one voice. Umoja Summit, one voice. And one voice.
Umoja Summit.
The second point in the agenda, and I'm going to rush, and if you're ready to go live, please let me know, because I can stop midstream and then we can go on with the program after, because I have to call the chief guest into the platform as quickly as possible. The next point on the agenda is we are ratifying a new NEC, a completely new NEC. As you have heard, our NEC now is inclusive of the youth, the SIGs, the marginalized, the special interest groups, women, people with disabled. So we are going to ratify that. I was going to read the names of those people, but I think I'll do that later on, because I would like to rush and bring the presidential candidate on the floor. After having said that, now I would like to call Kasena to come and propose the agenda of the day, and immediately after that we will call the second of this program, of this proposal. We shall call Rebecca Gilo. Kasena, please.
Hi, Evans Kasena. I propose Mr. Walter Mongare, aka Nyambane, to be the presidential candidate for Umoja Summit, part of Kenya, to contest for the general elections in August 9, 2022.
Yeah. Wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi. Wapi makofi, Umoja Umoja One voice. Asante.
I, Rebecca Moragino, second the motion to propose Walter Mongare, aka Nyambane, to be the presidential candidate for Umoja Summit Party for the general election 29th August 2022.
Wapi makofi, Umoja Come on, Umoja One voice. Kitu kama hiyo.
And as they say, in as many people that are of the same opinion as seconded and as proposed, say aye.
Aye.
And of not the same opinion, just keep quiet.
Thank you, Madam SG.
I now would like to call our presidential candidate to come up. So if you could please come to the podium as I read and give you the instruments of power. Can I have the table near me here, please?
Yes. DJ, fanya mlolifanya Illinois.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Tunajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka. Daima.
And now therefore, in exercise of the powers conferred by the Article 7/2, subsection 4J of the Umoja Summit Party of Kenya Constitution, I hereby nominate you, Mr. Walter Mongare, otherwise known as Nyambane, to be the party leader and presidential candidate for the election of the President of the Republic of Kenya in the next general election to be held on the 9th of August. And everybody says, aye. is yes. Actually, it's ndio. Why don't you just say ndio?
Ndio.
Umoja Summit.
One voice.
One voice.
Umoja Summit.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu.
Wapi makofi.
Kenya tunayoipenda.
This is only the technical part. You're going to have fun in a few minutes, but I am going by the law of this country. I'm going by the constitution of this country. I'm going by the Political Parties Act 2011, which is now being amended 2022. I'm going to give him now the acceptance speech, and then after that I'll get him to sign the instruments of power. Mr. President.
Wapi makofi wewe.
Come 9th August 2022, presidential candidate. I do solemnly accept to be Umoja Summit Party of Kenya presidential candidate for the general election on the 9th August 2022, and that I will truly serve the Umoja Summit Party and all members and supporters of the party in compliance with the code of conduct of the party.
Wapi makofi wewe. Umoja Summit. One voice. Kitu kama hiyo.
Giving the papers to sign, and as he's signing, I would like different regions of the Umoja Summit to stand up and make a lot of noise. Thank you.
Wapi makofi basi. Tusimame sisi wote. Let's all be on our feet as we celebrate.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu.
Haya basi.
Twende
kila mtu.
Tunayoipenda nikienda nje sitasahau Kenya na nitabaki Kenya daima na milele.
One of the most beautiful moments recorded in the history of the Republic of Kenya since our independence, ladies and gentlemen. We are changing the story, we are changing the course, and we are changing the future of this country, ladies and gentlemen. The official endorsement of Walter Mung'are as the presidential flag bearer of the Umoja Summit Party, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, our visionary heading all the way. He'll be holding our hands all the way to August 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, Beach 2020. Wapi makofi. One voice. Asante sana, thank you very much. Asante sana. Thank you so much.
Sitadanganywa kamwe na porojo.
Mr. President, on behalf of all delegates in this National Delegates Conference, I wish to congratulate you and to wish you all the best in this responsibility of giving our country different focus and direction. And one voice.
Umoja Summit.
Kenya nchi yenye baraka. Tumekomboa Kenya, taifa letu tukufu. Tumebadili mwendo. Tutalinda katiba mpya. Anayependa Kenya ni yule mwenye kutenda haki kwa watu wote. Mwenye kutenda haki. Na ukipenda Kenya ujitengane na mambo yenye kuvunja amani. Hatutaki matata Kenya. Wenye nchi.
Oh yes. Hayawi. Mwishowe huwa
Amekuwa.
Haya.
Sasa mimi nataka kumkaribisha ndugu yetu ambaye yuko na sisi hapa, mwenyekiti wa chama cha Safina, atusalimie na atupe salamu za Safina. Karibu ndugu yangu.
Tumkaribishe. Wapi makofi.
Umoja Summit.
One voice. Umoja Summit.
Naomba mnipe ya Safina kidogo. Kwetu tunasema Safina, mnasema safi. Safina safi.
Alafu ya tatu nikisema safina, mnanipa safi safi sana. Haya, tujaribu. Safina. 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 Asanteni sana. Secretary General wa Umoja Summit, Mama Naomi Sidi Kumbatha, Chair. Na leo nimekuja kutoa salamu za safina na kuambia tuko pamoja. Tutaendelea pamoja na tutaongea. Pokeeni salamu za presidential candidate wangu Jimmy Wanjigi, anajua niko hapa, sijakuja nyuma. It is official. Amenituma na salamu zake. Mmezipokea? Mmezipokea? Asanteni sana. Kwa kifupi tu, nafikiri chama cha Umoja Summit na sisi kama safina tuko na azimio moja, kusema ule ukweli. Manake huwa napenda kusema Wakenya sote tujiite mkutano. Tujiite mkutano, usiongee na mtu, kaa peke yako wewe kama Mkenya. Uangalia mahali tulipo na uangalia mahali tunaenda. Tuko sawa kweli? Tuko sawa? Si bei ya mafuta? Hapana, Mong'are tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 akichukua tutakuwa sawa. Nauliza saa hii, tuko sawa? Si tumenyoroshwa? Kunyoroshwa ile vizuri. Si bei ya mafuta, si bei ya chakula, si ukosefu wa kazi. Tunaenda wapi tena? Alafu sasa watu wanakusanyana, unaambiwa turudi huko, watu wapige kama ni awamu ya 3 ama namna gani. Wale waliokuwa pale. Sasa tukirudisha wale watu ambao wametunyorosha, tunataka nini? Si ni kunyoroshwa vizuri zaidi. Na tukinyoroshwa vizuri zaidi tutalaumu nani? Kuna kitu Waafrika walisema, wazee wa Afrika, do not trust a woman who has had sex with your enemy.
Farago tofia kwa.
Usiamini. Bwana Mong'are, tukikaa kwa meza tuone sera zimeambatana. Iko shida gani? Si tunatembea tu pamoja. Kwa hivyo kwa Kenya kwa ujumla wajue kuna movement ya watu wapya ambao wanataka kubadilisha taifa hili. Mungu awabariki, Mungu awabariki. Umoja Summit.
And one voice.
Umoja Summit.
Respectively and humbly, it's my duty to call our president, come 9th of August 2022, to come to the podium. I present him again with the instruments of power, because now we are going live and we want to take advantage of the fact that we are going to be live in the whole of this country. It's a great honor that the media has given us, because normally people would have to fork out a lot of money, and we don't have that kind of money for now. We are not poor, but we don't have money. We want to change that position. Mr. President, sir, can you come to the podium? Makofi!
Wapi makofi, wapi? Tukiwa tumekaa chini tu, tukiwa tumekaa chini juu ya kamera. Just unseated because of the camera. Wapi makini, makofi, 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 makofi. Makofi, 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 makofi.
Haki kwa watu wote, mwenye kutenda haki, na ukipenda Kenya ujitengane na mambo yenye kuvunja amani.
Yes, I'm telling you, when you look at that face, that one deserves to be on a currency.
Umoja Summit.
One voice.
Umoja Summit.
One voice.
Sisi ni watu wa entertainment, but we don't entertain, we inform. I have a young man who tells me that I will not speak until we are spoken. This is a young man who reminds me of what generational handover is all about. You have to prepare your people and your young people to take over whatever you have started. Allow me to invite Mr. Master
Walter
Mong'are Jr. to say a few words before I can speak. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a better appreciation.
In early spring of 1975, to be precise, the 26th of March, a baby boy was born to my grandparents, Mariko and Sabina, who are following this event remotely thanks to technology. From Itibo Primary School in the early 80s to finishing his primary school education in Mumias Primary, later joining Lenana School in 1991. A village boy was now being exposed to a new life. In fact, a new city life. Years on, one thing is for sure about this guy. Whatever he starts, he finishes, regardless of where it ends. So I am not surprised nowadays, even when the things he starts or intends to accomplish don't look promising, they somehow work out in the end. This guy starts off as a trainee teacher, then ends up becoming a huge success in the entertainment industry, a legend in the comedy industry, employing millions of people just by his comedy show. Then he seamlessly switches from stage to state. Becoming a state officer. And now that boy is a 47-year-old great Kenyan who I am proud to call my father, my friend, and my mentor. A story is told of his first day of leaving hospital with his parents in April of 1975. They arrived in the village amid cheers and ululations from the people who were lined up along the road. My grandfather, Mr. Mariko, waved his hand gently in the air, acknowledging the excitement from the crowd. As the noise grew louder and louder, many people waved their hands as a sign to tell my grandfather to pull over, to which he did, only for Joginder Singh, a legendary rally driver of the East Africa Classic, zoomed past my grandpa's old Datsun KDJ. It's only after the dust had settled that they realized that the cheering that they thought was for my dad's homecoming was actually for the safari rally. But I guess all that excitement on that day must have sparked an ambition in the week old Watermongare. That is why today, here and now, I would like all of us to give my grandparents a gift of cheering that eluded them 47 years ago by welcoming the man who is stepping into the race with grace.
Walter, come here.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu.
voice.
Kenya tunayoipenda.
One voice.
Kenya nchi tunayoipenda. Tujivunie sana tukiwa Wakenya.
Thank you. That is what is called generational change. Are we ready for it?
Yes, we are.
Umoja Summit.
One voice.
Mom, may I ask with humility that unless someone is handling a camera, I'd like us to be all seated, including the gentlemen who are risking their lives for me. You may take a seat. When I look at us this morning and this afternoon, those of us who are in this hall, in this auditorium, for those who are watching us from the various platforms out there, my chairman, Umoja Summit Party, Mr. Chengo, my mom and friend, and our Secretary General, Madam Naomi Stidi, all National Executive Council members, friends of our party, our friends from Safina. I've seen my mentor and my friend and my advisor, Omari Kongo, in the house. Mpigieni makofi tafadhali. Distinguished delegates, associates, and advocates of a better tomorrow and a better Kenya. Those listening to us, those who are following what we are doing here on digital platforms, our diaspora brothers and sisters, naomba niwasalimie kwa lugha ya umoja. Umoja Summit. Umoja Summit. One voice. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from my immediate family and children who are a constant reminder of the dreams and aspirations of the many young Kenyans with a zeal for a better and more progressive Kenya. We live in a world where the economic, social, and cultural values of our country dictate the status of its people. Some are lucky to become wealthier than their parents, some become poorer, and majority remain the same. All this is determined by how a country's resources is managed. Not long ago, this country had working systems. Those who lived in Nairobi will tell you that garbage was collected by the city council promptly and on schedule. City buses would ferry children to schools free of charge. Public transport was reliable and on time. There was a schedule that worked, and your activities would turn just as you had planned. Those brothers and sisters who lived in Kericho will tell you that every morning between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., stainless steel milk containers were lined up by the roadside, waiting to be collected by the state-run Kenya Cooperative Creameries. And trust me, they were on time. Farmers did not have to bend back to get their produce to the markets. The markets came to them. Children will tell you every week, and that is why majority of us spend time in school, that every week we were served with milk, either at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week, and that was a motivation for us to be in school. More than 4 decades on, one cannot even tell when the next bus is coming. Or if it rains, the bridges collapse, and the informal sector and informal settlements become internally displaced. Should I say more? The farmer worries if their produce will get a buyer before they rot in the field. And because the sector is marred by middlemen who do not lift a finger but earn more than what the farmer invested, while the producer struggles to make ends meet. No wonder coffee farms right now have been cleared to make way for buildings, where rice is slowly becoming a scarce commodity because the market is infiltrated by overseas rice. We joke about the fish from the east flooding the market, yet people are faced with an imminent threat to their health. What possibly went wrong? Questions that can only be answered if we, as a people, stop for a minute and listen to each other. And the answer that we have is right in our hands and within our reach. If only we as a people stopped for a moment and listened to each other and got out what we have in our hands, and that is the voter's card, and they take charge and take our country back into our hands. The ultimate answer is seated in our voter's card. This is why, and that is why Umoja Summit is here today. We have taken time and listened to our citizens. And we have made a collective decision that we, the people, must act now. We cannot be counted as those who listened yet did nothing when the time came to step up, step forward, and step in. Men and women my age are parents with children that have come of age, children who are now adults, or are in the prime teenage years like my son Walter. These children are asking us for direction. Our children are slowly becoming citizens who are not interested in politics because they have lost hope and because our politics is entrenched in the theatrics of the past, premised on foundation of colonial rule, of divide and rule, and of a few who have made public processes a private and club affair. Ladies and gentlemen, the young people of this country, it is time that we redefined politics and move away from divisive politics that only seek to destroy and not build. Umoja will redefine what we call politics. Umoja will re-engineer and redesign the true value of politics. Umoja will reroute those political decisions in order for the true stakeholders of our country and the Constitution to have a sense of self-worth, and we shall bring hope home. We believe that our ideologies are not just words that we are speaking, but they are words that are coming from our hearts because we believe in what we are talking about. We believe in having an impact on our people. We believe in having impact in our thoughts that we are sharing. To you, my fellow Kenyans, today, this is truly a Kenyan moment for us that is inspired to render service to our people and a nation that has constantly called for change. Change in the way the public sector renders services, change in the way the most marginalized populations access critical services, change in the way the needs of each Kenyan are addressed. Change that is transformative. My fellow citizens, delegates of Umoja Summit, today I'm deeply humbled by your encouragement. I'm fired to go on this journey with all of us. And for the Umoja Summit delegates, those watching us, and the many Kenyans who for a moment lost hope because of what we have been made to believe, help right now is on the way. The confidence that you have placed in a novice, as they will call us, or a greenhorn politician, the opportunity you have accorded me to be your presidential candidate, together we are breaking the current mold as we embrace the authentic and deeply held needs of the Kenyan people for a better Kenya, a smarter Kenya, an encouraging Kenya, and a Kenya that we are proud to call home. Umoja Summit!
One voice.
Umoja Summit!
One voice.
One voice!
Umoja Summit.
In the coming days, ladies and gentlemen, the Umoja Summit Party will be unveiling a team of young, innovative, competent, committed, raring to go Kenyans and friends of Kenya who will be leading the campaign for the next couple of months until the general election on the 9th of August, 2022. And greetings from Ukraine. And you know that we share a platform with the president of Ukraine. For a moment, he acted as the president and he became. I acted as the president, I am becoming. I thank you, asante sana, God bless you, God bless Kenya, and Umoja Summit, we shall continue to speak with one voice because this is our land, this is our country, and this is our moment together. God bless you and God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a standing ovation to the incoming president, ladies and gentlemen. Wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi.
Kenya taifa letu tukufu, tumebadili mwendo, tutalinda katiba mpya. Anayependa Kenya ni yule mwenye.
One voice.
And one voice.
Umoja Summit.
This is my humble duty now.
Wapi makofi, wapi makofi. Officially, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Now that is a president. That is a president. That is a presidential move. Ready to get on work. Ready to get his hands dirty for the sake of delivering the promises and the agenda of the Umoja Summit.
Yenye upendo hatutaacha Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha milele daima. Kenya kipenzi chetu hatutaiacha.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dream team, our presidential candidate and prayer all the way to August 9th. I'm telling you, the future is ready. The future looks good. The future looks promising. The future is amazing. Asante sana.
Tumeapa sote wenye nchi ya Kenya kutumikia Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu.
I am now, it's my humble duty now to
ambao wamekuja kuungana na sisi kutoka vyama tofauti, na sisi kama chama, kile ambacho tunataka kusema ni kwamba vijana wetu ambao ni asilimia kubwa katika nchi yetu, hatujawapatia nafasi ya kukua kwa meza, na wale wamepewa nafasi kuwa kwa meza hawajapewa nafasi ya mawazo yao kuinfluence zile decisions ambazo zinamekiwa. Kwa hivyo tunataka kuhakikishia vijana wa Kenya kwamba chama cha Umoja Summit ni nyumba yenu. Chama cha Umoja Summit ni gari yenu. Nyinyi ndio mtaiendesha, sisi ni madereva tu, na sisi tumepewa jukumu la kushika steering. Mawazo yenu, fikra zenu, plan zenu ndio zitaamua vile itakuwa, na tuna imani kwamba hatujachelewa. Kuna wale ambao wamesema saa hii ndio mnaamka. Wacha tuhakikisheni kwamba wengine wamekuwa wakifanya campaign outside the legal period of campaign. And if you are going to pride our country as a country of respect to law, it means then we must respect IBC and the calendar yenye wametupatia. Kwa hivyo wale mna wasiwasi tumechelewa, hatujachelewa. Hatujaenda debe. Debe ni tarehe ngapi? 9 mwezi wa 8. And I want to remind all of us that 8 is a number of new beginning. And therefore as a country tuna mwanzo mpya. Tunataka kuhakikishia kwamba hatutakuwa na fikra za kupanda juu ya malori, kupanda juu ya mapickup, kupigia vijana kelele na kuambia matanakali za sauti. Sisi tutaketi na vijana around the country to have a word with them and to listen to them and for their voices to influence the decisions we are making. We will not be going around dishing anything because we believe ile change tunatafuta ni kwamba haijulikani. Kwa hivyo hakuna promise tutawapatia, but we will give you our commitment. We will not promise you, but we will commit to anything that we are saying. It is not about the promises, it's about the principles and ways of doing things. Hakuna haja tukuje hapa tuambie tutakuwa tunatengeneza barabara. Hiyo mnajua. Swali ni tutatengeneza barabara vipi? Na kwa muda gani? Na kwa ajili gani? Na kwa sababu gani? Kwa hivyo tunaomba mshirikiane na sisi. Ndugu yangu nimemuona kutoka Safina Party, asante sana, karibu. Na ningependa rafiki yangu, singependa bila rafiki yangu kuongea. Bwana Omari Kongo, ningeomba tafadhali uje useme machache. This is a man who shapes the politics of the city.
Karibu ndugu yangu, karibu.
Tumpige makofi zaidi.
Kuja nami tuungane, twache kuzozana.
Wassalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, alhamdulillah. Mungu asifiwe. Slogani yetu one voice, one summit,
One voice.
one voice.
Umoja Summit.
Thank you very much. Sijui nianze wapi na nimalizie wapi. Huyu kijana nimemjua, na nikisema nimemjua, siku zote mimi namuita Prezo. Hata tukikutana wapi, Prezo vipi? Oh, manake mimi ni mtoto wa Nyayo. Kama vile alikuwa anaigizia kama Hollywood ingelitolewa huko iletwe hapa, ingekuwa na big screen ya nani? Ya Prezo hapa. Shaelewana hapo? Kama Hollywood ingeletwa hapo mjini, basi yeye mwenyewe angekuwa Prezo. Kwa hivyo mimi pale, unajua kuota ndoto, a dream. You first dream. After the dream unakwenda walala tena, ile ni dreaming. Alafu baadaye inakuwa nini? Hiyo dream ni real. Hii dream yako ni real. Lakini ningewauliza vijana, hapana kulialia tu kila saa. Maana hata wale walikuwa mbele zetu, hata mimi nilipokuwa City Hall, kuingia ilikuwa nilika hii. Niliingia hata nilikuwa rika kidogo kushinda nani? Kushinda Prezo wetu hapa. Yaani sisi tulikuwa meya wa mji wa Nairobi na chama. Nashika. Kwa hivyo kila mtu anaanza pale nini? Pale katika mdogo mdogo. Na nyinyi msilie tu, bora muwe na nini? Na dream. Mimi labda nikwambie, huku kazi lazima uifanye. Uifanye huko North Eastern, kule ukiwasikia ngamia, mtu analea ngamia zake 10 wafa wote. Manake hakuna nini? Kuna malisho. There is no pasture. Ng'ombe wakufa wapi? Hakuna pasture. Ukijiuliza kweli, is that possible? It is not possible kama mtu ana mipango. Upresident ni kufanya mipango. Kule wale na siku hizi tuna county. Mipango ndio inafaa. Kwa hivyo mimi vile ningewauliza nyinyi vijana, ni mchukue kura. Manake vijana nyinyi ndio mna shida. You are the people with a lot of problems. Hebu check siku za nini, siku na 2007. Watu gani waliundwa? Watoto na vijana. Nakumbuka 2007 tukienda kupeana chakula kule Rift Valley. Vijana wadogo wale walikuwa miaka 6, sasa wao ndio wamegrow, sio? Wale walikuwa high school, je? Wale walikuwa high school siku hizi hata wanatoi home. Kweli urongo? Maana kama alikuwa high school 2007 na alikuwa miaka 15, sasa na miaka ngapi? 30 already, sio? Sio ni jamaa na mtoi home. Kwa hivyo nyinyi mwenyewe, mtu anasema ya kwamba vijana msiende kupiga kura, mjue nyinyi ndio mna shida. Na wale wa mother wako home, na wale watoi kama una mtoi kama sasa Prezo hapa na ule mtoi wake, huyu ndiye atakuwa na shida. Manake kuchukua bunde hawezi. Ushaelewa? Ule madhe atakuwa bunde hawezi. Sasa vijana ndio wale, wazee ndio wale, lazima muache huko. Mama sio? Kwa hivyo nawaambia safari ya bamba ni tuanza mdogo mdogo. Tuaite kwa kizungu snowboarding, sio? Huyu ndiye mchukua watu wako 6. Wale wengine 6, wale wengine 6. Mimi mwenyewe nasema ukweli kabisa, Prezo mimi kuitwa mimi siogopi. Nienda kuzungumza yangu, nazungumza ile nataka kuzungumza. Sitarajii mtu aende kwangu asubuhi, sijui atakwenda wapi pale kunicheki. Hiyo haitawezekana. Na mimi na sisi wazee wa kazi pia tuchukue nini? Wale snowballing hiyo tukiangalia tutafanya nini? It is never late. Don't be told by someone it's late. We have put it right in here that bado hata katika ile haiwezekani mpaka official hata bado. Tunasema snowboarding unajua hiyo katika science. Wewe dem chukua jamaa, wewe vijana chukua jamaa, wewe chile chukua jamaa. Hiyo moja bado utaingia nini? Bwana tumeingia pale, bado tunaingia pale. Okay, tuelewana vizuri. Haya, slogani yetu Umoja Summit,
One voice.
one voice,
Umoja Summit.
Umoja Summit,
One voice.
one voice. Mimi nakutakia heri njema, Mungu akubariki. Ala atakuwa na wewe pale mwendapo, na nyinyi sasa ni wajibu wenu. Mfanye hiyo job, ndio ingiane vile mnavyoona. Na mtaona baada ya mara ya mwisho tutakuwa mmeingana.
Haya.
Kwa kumalizia, kabla nimrudishe my younger brother who's our MC to give us the direction of the remaining part of the program. This is a special message to Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. I call you Baba for a reason, because umenilea. And just as it is of any parent, unakuza mtoto wako ndio kesho ainuke. Baba, this is not a competition to you. We are competing with our aspirations. We are competing with our dreams. We are not competing with you. We respect you. To my boss, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who I served for the last 5 years, I thank you as my boss. And I also thank the Deputy President, because the President and the Deputy President are one. And therefore they were my bosses. And so I want to tell my bosses, I am not competing with you. I'm just doing what you taught me to become a leader. And so we want to give you assurance that mimi na wenzangu hakuna siku tutawatukana. Hatuna time ya matusi. Hatuna time ya kupigana vita za kibinafsi. We have time for our dreams and aspirations. Kwa kumalizia, vijana ambao ni asilimia kubwa Kenya, it's your moment, it's your time. And above everything else, sisi usema, my friend, contract ya 5 years, usichezee na 200. Contract ya 5 years, usichezee na 500. Contract ya 5 years, mtu akikupatia 1,000, piga hesabu. Divide your 1,000 by 365 days times 5 years. Hesabu itakuonyesha. Tusipige kura na kifua ama hasira. Tupige kura kwa akili. I thank you and God bless you. Asante.
All right. So, Mr. President, kindly, one final time. Yes. Can our faces at least show what his speech was all about, isn't it? Some enthusiasm for the future of this country through him. All right? So are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? All right, with my cameraman ready. In 1, 2, 3, one voice. Come on, I didn't hear the one voice. Umoja Summit. Fantastic. Aya. Ya pili, kofia zetu. Nipe hiyo ndio ya Daily Nation. Hiyo ndio ya Nation. Hiyo na Standard na People front page. I can picture the headlines tomorrow. Is it another Kenya Zelensky moment? There we go. Harambe, harambe, tuimbe pamoja, tujenge. Aya, ndio hiyo basi, kofia zetu juu ndio hizo. Raise your caps there, lady. Raise your cape, as in it's on your head and your ndio hiyo basi. Yes. Exactly that.
Harambe, harambe, tuimbe
Fantastic.
pamoja.
Now, thank you, Badija. Now we can do the clusters on stage now. Now the delegates of Kwale,